Get started.
This just in, Tucker Carlson.
Let's get started on the news, folks. This just in. Tucker Carlson is out at Fox News.
Is out at Fox News. The right-wing network just announced the two have parted ways. CNN senior media reporter Oliver Darcy is here with more on this. What are you learning? He was out on Friday. Will we see him say goodbye?
We're not going to see him say goodbye. This is really stunning news coming from Fox. They say his last show was April 21st. They put out a very short statement. They say they thank him for his service, and that's it. That's all we know right now. But of course, this comes days after. Last week, you remember, Fox News settled this massive defamation lawsuit with Dominion Voting Systems over the election lies that it promoted in the wake of the 2020 election. So they paid out $787 million, the highest known defamation settlement ever publicly known in U.S. media. So this is coming days after that. Unclear, of course, whether this is related. It's kind of hard to imagine that these things happen. Tucker Carlson was sowing doubt about the U.S. election results just up until the last few weeks. So it's possible that there was a relation.
Nope. I think Tucker Carlson wanted more money, realized how much he's worth, saw the Steven Crowder deal, saw all of these other dudes in independent media getting like 50 milli contracts, noticed that he could probably demand way more. And then Fox News was like, no, we're in the pocket for 787 million. And, a lot of it will be covered by insurance, but that insurance premium is going to be baked in. So he most likely was like, I want a lot of money. And then they were like, no, you can't have a lot of money. So he was like, okay, well, fuck you. I'm out then.
Relationship there, but really big news. And I should also point out that they've stuck with him really through quite a lot. He has promoted conspiracy theories about the vaccines. He has said things that are just blatantly anti-immigrant. He has, like I said, promoted doubt about the 2020 election. They have stuck with him throughout all of this. So, really shocking news that now he's no longer with the network.
Yeah, the big question, as you say, is why now? Fox has let their number one people go before. I mean, Bill O'Reilly, they pushed out when he was number one.
Yeah, Bill O'Reilly was pushed out when he was number one for a biblical amount of sexual harassment. Bill O'Reilly is responsible for killing someone. You know what I mean? For stochastic terror against an actual doctor that used to perform abortions. He used to call him Tiller, the baby killer. And then someone literally went to George Tiller's house and fucking killed him with a gun, with an assault rifle. And that didn't stop Bill O'Reilly's fame. If anything, it probably Fox News doubled down, basically. Oh, was it at church? I thought it was at his house. That makes it, okay. Shot after church service while getting lemonade. Thoughts on this theory? I'm just going to throw this out there. Carlson and Stewart? That's disgusting. No, I fucking hope not. What an insane liberal ass fucking take. No, absolutely not, dude. Tucker Carlson is literally ideologically a white nationalist. He should have no prominence. He should have no platform in a perfect world. No, not placing him next to, a supremely famous liberal that is probably going to agree with him in a lot of instances, especially because Tucker Carlson is a very skilled propagandist. So is Jon Stewart, but no shot. LA Times says Tucker Carlson's exit is related to the discrimination lawsuit filed by Abby Grossberg, the producer Fox fired last month. Carlson's senior executive producer Justin Wells has also been terminated, according to people familiar with the matter. No way. I made a thread of hogs malding in the fucking tweets. That is wild. If it's two reasons why people only get fired at Fox News or let go at Fox News. And it's not because they're doing too much devastating white supremacist propaganda. Let me explain to you. Fox News fires you for two reasons. One, you are creating legal complications that they cannot handle in-house with arbitration as they normally would, right? That was the famous Bill O'Reilly example. Or you want too much money. And the you want too much money oftentimes is settled because they will just fucking, put entire stacks of moolah in front of you and light it on fire because they have a tremendous amount of money regardless. So if it's not the money side, which I still think it could be, because this is happening during I don't know. I don't know enough about what's going on behind the scenes. I have no idea. Fox News is famously tight-lipped about shit like this. They operate like an old-school media company and not like Twitter, which is a leaky ship that you can immediately get all of the latest and greatest information in detail from. You know, there haven't been like a lot of Slack channel communication that you can access with respect to Fox News and the internal communication. So I don't know.
They're doing this now with Tucker Carlson. We talk about this happening in the wake of the Dominion decision. Now, it's interesting with Carlson, which is that it wasn't his show or his shows that Dominion was suing over necessarily for promoting false news. It was some of his behind-the-scenes stuff that was legally problematic for Fox, but he wasn't one of the people who helped get them in trouble with Dominion, was he?
No, he wasn't the main culprit that really spawned this lawsuit. But, you know, it's not to say also that other hosts could not be eventually leaving the network as well. I mean, this raises a lot of questions about whether the network potentially is trying to at least rein in some of the more extreme people on the channel. I mean, of course, Tucker Carlson, the most extreme probably on that channel. I should also note, John, why this is so important. I mean, Tucker Carlson, outside Donald Trump, really was the person commanding the GOP, really directing it. You saw Republican lawmakers, prominent Republican lawmakers, often grovel at his feet.
Ted Cruz.
Yep. Ted Cruz, for instance, groveled at his feet, and others because they were afraid of him going on his primetime show and lashing out at them. So this is not only huge news in the world of media, but also in the world of politics, where he was really pushing the GOP in that extremist direction.
And it's also, just to that point, that's also, his show is also a place that a lot of Republican lawmakers or anyone who wanted to speak to Donald Trump would go in order to...
Dude, if anything, during the Dominion shit, he literally was routinely shitting on the psychos that... During the Dominion process, Tucker Carlson was very outspoken about how psychotic these like Dominion, he literally said it was fake openly. Now, obviously, he still leaned into it on his public-facing commentary. He certainly was nowhere near as unhinged as anyone that had Sidney Powell on the show. He certainly was nowhere near as unhinged as Janine Perot. Obviously, like, so this being like a Dominion related thing would be very shocking, you know? Shouts out to Michael from Pennsylvania. Thank you for the raid. Hope you had a good stream. Thoughts on Carlson presidential run? I think he could potentially run for president down the line. I just didn't think that it would be happening. I just didn't think that it'd be happening anytime soon. But also, this is the narrative. The prevailing narrative, it seems, is that Tucker Carlson, who was leaving Fox News, and there's more, this is breaking. So there's more information. There's more information coming out about this all the time. And one of the things that I guess LA Times and the New York Times are reporting on is that Tucker Carlson is accused of promoting a hostile work environment. But like, this seems so... Carlson's former head of booking, Abby Grossberg, said that male producers regularly use vulgarity to describe women and frequently make anti-Semitic jokes. But yeah, but like, really? That's what fucking Fox News would like fire you over? What a bunch of pussies, dude. I'm actually surprised. Like, no shot. This doesn't make any sense. This is their cash cow, boys. Like, it's not like Fox News is fucking woke. Like, what do you mean? This is written like a person who has never watched Tucker Carlson. You know what I mean? It's like that makes no sense. I mean, I've often talked about how, like, these are still, everyone's a liberal at the end of the day. Fox News is a neoliberal institution. So ultimately, like, yes, they will do certain things that you would find strange. Like, Matt Walsh will always misgender people. Fox News, on the other hand, I mean, Tucker Carlson might misgender people every now and then, but Fox News is an institution as a style guide, and they will usually not misgender, like, a trans person deliberately, other than the editorial staff, which might take, like, some editorial independence. So, like, there is weird things like that. Obviously, that would never cause someone to get fired, though. You know what I mean? I just, it seems very, very strange. It seems very strange that this is happening in the way that it is. This is what Yashar Ali said. Totally complete shock of Fox News in response to Tucker Carlson announcement. Uh-oh. She woke up, walked around a little bit, and immediately plopped back down. Tucker Carlson's first cable news was on MSNBC. Bitch, I know. You telling me? The decision to fire Tucker Carlson came straight from Fox Corp chairman Rupert Murdoch, according to people familiar with the situation who were not authorized to comment. Murdoch said to be concerned over Carlson's coverage of the January 6th insurrection at the Capitol, where the host has promoted the conspiracy theory that it was provoked by government agents. Tucker Carlson has called Ray Epps a Texas man who participated in the storming of the Capitol but did not enter the building and FBI plant without any evidence. Epps was interviewed on 60 Minutes where he said he has been subjected to death threats as a result of Carlson's statements about him. The FBI also told 60 Minutes that Epps never worked for them. The decision is not related to the $787.5 million settlement. Dude, this is fucking... Rupert is aging, making him more woke, damn. No, I mean, I could see... Guys, I told you this before. I have information from like not firsthand but secondhand accounts of people that worked in one of fucking Rupert Murdoch's like wineries that I think that like he is incredibly terrified of COVID. So what Rupert Murdoch says on his properties, on his media properties, and what he personally thinks is two very different things in general, none of it fucking matters because he is responsible for a metric ton of like hyper right-wing ultra-nationalist propaganda, and as long as they fucking make money off of it, Rupert Murdoch is fine. Now, does he individually consider certain people to be a liability? Potentially. If anything, they would probably consider him to be, Tucker Carlson to be a potential liability, which doesn't make sense unless he did something that was really fucked behind the scenes. This is his absolute fucking, I mean, I wouldn't say this is his cash cow, but this is his most popular news broadcast. Tucker Carlson is the most popular news broadcaster on the United States airwaves, okay? Just understand, he's the primetime guy. This is his show. His show is the most popular show. I think he could be turning down the heat on the national conservative narrative, could be a threat to the greater right-wing project. Maybe. Oh my God.